Good morning and welcome to the video for Monday, May the 11th. This is going to be for 4th grade covering our new lesson, working with units of time. So this should be a relatively simple lesson as we have done a lot of these things in our life. We may haven't done all of the mathematical calculations to get from like seconds or how many seconds are in an hour, or how many seconds are in a day. But these are all things that we can talk through, and we will use some of these at different times in our life. So it's at least useful to understand how our conversions work for time. So we are looking at an analog clock. They want us to kind of talk about how many seconds there are in a minute, how many minutes there are in an hour, and we are looking at how many seconds there are in an hour. So to start with, we are going to have 60 minutes in an hour, which hopefully everyone remembers that. And we have 60 seconds in a minute, again. Hopefully everyone remembers that. And we can do 60 times 60. Again, our basic math fact relating back to the way I would explain this in 3rd grade is you can do 6 times 6 and put 2 zeros at the end because we have 2 zeros here. And that will give us 3,600 seconds. And so this is also the number of seconds in an hour. And that means our hour is 3,600 times as long as 1 second. So as we move forward, this chart will be very handy. Again, most of these are things that I would hope everyone knows. How many hours we have in a day, how many days we have in a week, how many months we have in a year. The one you might not know is how many weeks there are in a year, and that's okay. We don't normally talk about that, but that one is given to us on our chart as well. So 52 weeks in a year. So we are going to compare the length of a year to the length of a month in our share and show number 1. So we could say that we are drawing a line all the way across to here. And then on the bottom, we will draw a line from here to here. And we could kind of shade these in to see. And so a year is going to be 12 times as long as 1 month. For number 2, all we need to do is do 60 seconds times 2. And again, that we could also do that by doing 60 plus 60. So that would give us 120 seconds. If you want to try any of these, go ahead and pause the video. I'm just going to kind of go pretty quickly as we go down through the page. I think most of these are things that we can maybe take for granted. Now, the number of months in a year, we can do 12 times 4 to get our answer for that, and that is going to give us, 48. And for number 4, the number of minutes times 60 would give us 180 seconds. The number of minutes in an hour times 4 would be 60 times 4, so that will give us 240 minutes in 4 hours. So number 6, we have 12 months in a year times 3, which is going to give us 36 months. We have 35 months on this side, so that would be greater than for the inequality symbol. We have 24 hours in a day. So if I do 24 plus 24 or 24 times 2, that's going to give me 48 hours. So this side again is going to be larger than our right-hand side. And so let me go ahead and do number 8 and number 9 real quick. So we have let me do number 8 first. I started saying I would do number 9 and then wanted to jump right into that one. So we have 5 years. Ken has lived for 250 weeks. Who has lived in the building longer? So we can do 52. 52 plus 52 is going to be 104. 52 plus 104 is going to be 156. 156 plus 52 is going to give us 208. And 208 plus 52 should give us 260. So just to check, if I did 52 times 5, that would give me my final answer. So 250 plus 10 for doing the 5 times 2 here would be 260. So who has lived in the building longer? That would be this person right here. And We don't really need to do an explanation. I don't know why they gave you several lines to write with for that. They just ask you to use the table to help. So how many hours are there in a week? Well, we have 7 days in a week. We have 24 hours in a day. So we can do 24 times 7 to get our answer. And so when we do that, that would be 168 hours in a week. And you could just give the answer. Honestly, when we have the explanation thing for this kind of thing, if you show your work, I normally accept that. There's no reason to do this and then rewrite it out in sentence form to say that you did multiplication. You already, if you showed your work, you don't need to do that, at least as far as I'm concerned. So for the homework, again, we are working with conversions. So keep this information in mind as you are working on that. There isn't really anything super confusing that I need to explain on the front. For the back, let me double check. 1 and 2 are fine. So again, Risen Christ students, you're doing evens on the front, 1 and 2 on the back. For number 3, you're going to take 9/4. Let me zoom in a little bit. I don't know why that's not very clear. 9/4 and change it into a mixed number. So you're going to think about how many whole groups of 4 you can make. That's going to be our number on the outside, and whatever is left over as the fraction would go after that. For this one, you can do $5.40 divided by 3. For this one, you are going to want to change the 4/10 into a fraction that's over hundredths, over 100, so that you can add your hundredths together to figure out what the answer is. And then once you've done that, all you need to do is rewrite the top number as a decimal. So your decimal point, and then the number that you have as the numerator of the fraction would be your answer. Number 6, we are working, there are 2 pints in a quart, and so that should help you with the conversion for that. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on Google Classroom, or if you're finding this video through a Google or YouTube search, please reach out to your classroom teacher for any additional assistance that you need. The homework video for this will be coming out on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. So I believe I have another lesson scheduled for 4th grade at that same time. So be on the lookout for that as well. So just to double check, yes, I do have, I'll be skipping lesson 12.9 and going to 12.10. So 12.10 will be coming out on Tuesday morning at 8 as well. So hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.